Here are 6 reasons why INTJs are a danger to society. Number 1. Overriding rationality. Overriding rationality is a characteristic often associated with INTJs, stemming from their strong preference for logic and reason. This inclination towards rationality can sometimes lead them to prioritize efficiency and effectiveness above all else, even at the expense of other considerations, such as ethics, emotions, or social dynamics. In their pursuit of goals and objectives, INTJs may become so focused on achieving optimal outcomes that they may overlook or dismiss factors that are not immediately logical or practical. This can manifest in various aspects of their lives, including decision-making, problem-solving, interpersonal relationships, criticism and feedback, and ethical considerations. When making decisions, INTJs may rely heavily on logical analysis, sometimes neglecting the emotional or ethical implications of their choices. While this approach can lead to efficient problem-solving and effective decision-making in many situations, it may also result in decisions that overlook important values or harm individuals. Similarly, in social interactions, INTJs may prioritize factual accuracy and logical consistency over empathy or emotional connection. This can lead to misunderstandings or conflicts, as others may perceive them as cold or indifferent. When providing feedback or criticism, INTJs may focus primarily on objective facts and logical arguments, sometimes disregarding the impact of their words on others' emotions or self-esteem. This can result in feedback that is perceived as harsh or insensitive, even if it is well-intentioned. If you are willing to delve even deeper into your personality type, we are excited to announce the release of our insightful ebooks. In the first one, you can explore the nuanced dynamics of INTJ relationships and uncover strategies to foster deeper connections based on understanding and compatibility. In the second one, you can gain clarity on navigating the intricate terrain of career choices with a guide tailored specifically for INTJs, offering actionable advice to leverage their unique strengths effectively and finally choose a career path in the best way possible. As a special offer for our subscribers, we have a promo code available for your purchase. Link is in the description. Lack of social awareness. Lack of social awareness is a characteristic that can sometimes be observed in INTJs, stemming from their natural tendency to focus on abstract ideas and long-term goals, rather than on interpersonal dynamics or social cues. This lack of awareness can manifest in various aspects of their interactions and relationships, impacting their ability to navigate social situations effectively. INTJs may find it challenging to pick up on subtle social cues, such as body language, facial expressions, or tone of voice, which are often integral to understanding others' feelings and intentions. As a result, they may struggle to interpret the underlying emotions or motivations behind people's behaviors, leading to misunderstandings or miscommunication. And furthermore, INTJs may prioritize factual accuracy and logical reasoning over interpersonal harmony or social niceties. They may struggle with small talk or casual social interactions, preferring instead to engage in deeper, more meaningful conversations about ideas or concepts that interest them. In group settings or social gatherings, INTJs may feel uncomfortable or out of place, especially if the conversation veers towards topics that they find uninteresting or irrelevant to their goals. They may prefer to observe from the sidelines rather than actively participate, which can sometimes be perceived as aloofness or disinterest by others. Number 3. Uncompromising standards. Uncompromising standards are a hallmark trait of INTJs, rooted in their pursuit of excellence and their insistence on upholding principles and ideals. This characteristic manifests in various aspects of their lives, from personal goals and achievements to expectations of others and the world around them. INTJs hold themselves to exceptionally high standards, striving for perfection in their endeavors. Whether it's academic pursuits, professional projects, or personal hobbies, INTJs approach each task with a meticulous attention to detail and an unwavering commitment to excellence. They are not satisfied with mediocrity or half-hearted efforts. Instead, they push themselves to exceed expectations and achieve greatness in everything they do. This uncompromising attitude extends beyond their own actions to their expectations of others. INTJs have little patience reasons for incompetence or inefficiency, and may become frustrated when they perceive others as falling short of their standards. They value competence and intelligence, and they expect those around them to demonstrate similar levels of ability and dedication. Furthermore, INTJs have strong principles and ideals that guide their actions and decisions. They adhere steadfastly to their beliefs and convictions, refusing to compromise their integrity or compromise their values for the sake of convenience or social acceptance. They are willing to stand up for what they believe in, even in the face of opposition or adversity, and they expect others to do the same. This uncompromising nature can sometimes lead to challenges in interpersonal relationships, as INTJs may struggle to tolerate perceived flaws or weaknesses in others. Number 4. Risk-taking behavior. Risk-taking behavior among INTJs is an intriguing facet of their personality, often stemming from their strategic mindset and desire to achieve their goals. While INTJs are typically known for their cautious and calculated approach to decision-making, they are not immune to taking risks when they perceive potential benefits or opportunities for growth. For INTJs, risk-taking is not about impulsivity or thrill-seeking. It's about calculated gambits that align with their long-term objectives. They carefully assess the potential outcomes of their decisions, weighing the risks against the potential rewards. If they believe the potential benefits outweigh the risks, they may be willing to take bold and unconventional actions to pursue their goals. One aspect of INTJ's risk-taking behavior is their willingness to challenge the status quo and question conventional wisdom. They are not afraid to break away from tradition or take a different path if they believe it will lead to greater success or innovation. This willingness to think outside the box and embrace uncertainty can sometimes result in groundbreaking discoveries or revolutionary ideas. However, it's essential to note that INTJ's risk-taking behavior is not reckless or impulsive. They carefully assess the potential consequences of their actions and develop contingency plans to manage any potential setbacks. They may also seek out advice or input from trusted advisors or mentors to help inform their decisions. Number 5. Manipulative tendencies. Manipulative tendencies among INTJs can stem from their strategic thinking and ability to anticipate others' actions. Now, while not all INTJs exhibit manipulative behavior, some may be more inclined to use their analytical skills to influence or control situations and people to achieve their goals. One aspect of manipulative tendencies in INTJs is their ability to identify and exploit weaknesses in others. They may use their keen observational skills to discern individuals' vulnerabilities or motivations and then leverage this knowledge to manipulate them into acting in a certain way. This could involve appealing to their emotions, playing on their insecurities, or providing selective information to shape their perceptions. INTJs may also use their persuasive abilities to sway opinions or gain cooperation from others. They are skilled communicators who can articulate their ideas with clarity and conviction, making it easy for them to influence others' thoughts or decisions. They may present information in a way that subtly guides others towards their desired outcome or uses logical arguments to convince them of their viewpoint. And furthermore, INTJ's strategic mindset allows them to plan and execute manipulative tactics with precision. They may carefully orchestrate situations or interactions to achieve their objectives, using subtle cues or calculated maneuvers to achieve their desired results. They may also employ tactics such as gaslighting or manipulation through omission to control the narrative and maintain their advantage. Number 6. Skepticism and distrust. Skepticism and distrust are characteristic traits that can be observed in some INTJs, stemming from their analytical nature and critical thinking abilities. While not all INTJs exhibit these particular traits to some extent, some may approach the world with a healthy dose of skepticism and a tendency to question authority or conventional wisdom. One aspect of skepticism and distrust among INTJs is their inclination to critically evaluate information and ideas before accepting them as true. They have a natural skepticism towards claims or assertions that lack empirical evidence or logical reasoning. Instead of taking information at face value, INTJs prefer to analyze it thoroughly, seeking out evidence and logical consistency before forming conclusions. Additionally, INTJs may be skeptical of authority figures or established institutions, questioning their motives and agendas. They are not easily swayed by appeals to tradition or authority. Instead, they prefer to rely on their own judgment and reasoning to assess the validity of claims or directives. Now, this skepticism can sometimes lead INTJs to challenge the status quo or advocate for change when they perceive existing systems or practices as flawed or inefficient. And furthermore, INTJ skepticism and distrust may extend to interpersonal relationships, particularly if they have experienced betrayal or deception in the past. They may be cautious about trusting others, especially when forming new connections or entering into unfamiliar situations. While they value honesty and integrity in others, they may take time to develop trust and may be guarded until they feel confident in someone's reliability. These videos will be really helpful for you.